valuable stuff I could identify in my parents' house.
Figurines. There are all these numbers next to the item.
Well, that's my guess market value.
Fucking Mickey Mouse shit, man.
Scotty, don't. There's other stuff.
Hey y'all, I'm sorry. I was trying to finish up something real quick. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey lady, how you doing? You just saw my Married to Medicine? Yeah, baby. I gotta look at Spiller Boys. Honey, every time I go on YouTube to look at a review, honey, something else catch my attention. You know, I'm a little ADD. And I'll be like, whoop. And I'll be like, whoop. And it's been crazy all day today, Shay. I know you've been around. Yes, Leah. Yes, it has been. And look, I was at work. Now, I told y'all I wasn't drinking no more sodas. I lied. I got a soda today. And I really got it by accident. I didn't get the soda by accident, but I thought I didn't have nothing to drink for lunch. I bought the soda and then realized I had a water at my desk. Now, I could have bought a water when I went to the vending machine, but let's be real. I didn't. So, whatever. I can't be on here long. Hey, David. I ain't gonna be on here long, y'all. I'm just coming in to say my little 2 cents because I have a meeting to go to. You see, I still got on my outdoor clothes. I got a meeting I got to get to, so I ain't gonna be on here long. I'm gonna say my piece. Y'all see the hashtag, so y'all already know what I got to say. I got 2 cents to say about this whole thing. Now, let me just go on back to the beginning and work my way forward. Hey, Felita, I saw you in some chats earlier today too, boo. It's been crazy today, ain't it? First of all, I woke up to QB of the Midwest. And I love QB and shouts out to QB because I was entertained. I'm not gonna get too deep into what was going on in his chat because it's a mess, and I just choose not to acknowledge some of that mess. But it is mess. I stopped, pop, and lost. You're right. Stop, pop, and drop it. Yes, baby. Lost 20 pounds. I feel the same way, girl. I feel the same way. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread what you said. You stopped, pop, and lost 20 pounds. Yeah, I'm trying to stop the soda because I'm really trying to cut down on the sugar, period. But I picked one up today, and it is what it is. I hadn't had a soda since, what's today, Tuesday? Well, I'm about to tell a lie. I was going to say I hadn't had a soda all weekend, but that's not true. I'm working on it. I've had less soda in the last couple of days than I have, so I'm working on it. But look, so here's the thing. Let me go back to the beginning and work my way forward on this. Okay, y'all know I stay out the mess, but I got an opinion, so I'm going to share my opinion. When Jay Wilson first announced that he was going to have King Jives at his event, my thing was, who? Yeah, Brent. Well, I've already tried to cut the white out. I tried to go, what? Yeah, I've already tried to cut the white out. White and sugar. Bread and sugar. Yeah, QB had stuff going on today too, but he was handling it. Honey. He was handling it. I like the way he was handling the mess. So, right, exactly, Felita. My first response was, who? The first one to admit, I don't know a whole lot of different people on YouTube. I started watching YouTube through reviews. And through watching YouTube reviews, I started finding other people and so forth and so on. So to be perfectly honest about the matter, I don't know a lot of people on YouTube outside of, I don't like to use the term sector, but outside of my reviews and then the people I have started watching as a result of me watching my reviews. So I didn't know who King Jives was. And I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. I didn't go out of my way to go figure out who he was either. I really didn't. Yeah, girl, you know it's safe here. I be hiding in the bushes too, Jen. I've been in the bushes all day in between. I've been at work, but when I had a moment or two, I was in the bushes seeing what was going on. Okay, Leah. All right, thank you. I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna add that to you. I'm really jumping back on my bandwagon this week, y'all. And I really didn't go out of my way to go look for King Jives. I'll be perfectly honest about the matter. Now, let me go ahead and tell y'all something. I'm gonna confide something into my chat. I have not seen most of the videos from the San Antonio weekend. Not because I got beef with Jay Wilson. Not because I got beef with 5'8". Because from that very first video when King Jobs was at Jay Wilson's house and they went live that first time, not the time when they was up in the bedroom with the whole money thing, but that very first video they did when they were in when they were in Jay Wilson's living room, and he was like, look who I picked up from the airport, and so forth and so on. Something about him just didn't sit right with me. Something about him just didn't sit right with me. And I didn't enjoy the video. I just didn't enjoy the video. And so the next day, when I did click on King Jobs and hey, Lynn doing the do. When I did click on the next morning when Jay Wilson, now 1 minute I went into Jay Wilson and he was in his, bedroom. And I figured, Jay Wilson doesn't normally chat from his bedroom. I figured he was in his bedroom because, he had a guest. He didn't want to disturb his guest. He was going live, so forth and so on. And I floated around. So I was in the chat for a few minutes and then I went out the chat to do something else, probably watch another video or something. Then I came back into the chat. Now when Southern V, when I came back into the chat, King Jobs was there. Sitting on his floor in his bedroom or wherever he was. I said, what? Okay. Then they were doing that money thing. And I'm just going to be honest with you. That whole thing turned me off. It did. That whole money thing, it did. It turned me off. And again, this is no disrespect to Jay Wilson. But that whole money thing, I didn't like it. It just turned me off. And to be honest with you, so I clicked off the video. Now, we all know that Jay Wilson beats for dollars. And we all know Jay Wilson, he about his coin. And he has never lied about it or made no apologies about it. But I ain't never seen Jay Wilson like that before. Hey, Starbell. Hey, Voice ASMR. Now, who is on my phone? Okay. I ain't never seen that before. And it just didn't sit right with me. I didn't like it. So, honestly, I clicked off that video. When 5'8", Jay Wilson, King Jobs, and I guess it was Deshaun was there when they did that live. I didn't watch it. I have not seen that to this day. I haven't seen that video. And the next day when Jay Wilson was, when he was, again, the day after everything was over, because, they went blackout on Sunday. They didn't do any lives or anything that Sunday. So that Monday, everybody was gone except for King Jobs. Everybody went back home except for King Jobs. And I remember thinking to myself, well, when the hell he going home? When the hell is he going home? Yeah. And that's what I'm hearing now, it's Shay. I'm hearing that, hey, Lori, I'm hearing that he walked his little self right on up in the room and nobody asked him to come. He probably saw Jay Wilson live and he rolled up in there. That's what I'm finding out now. But see, I didn't see it. All I did was I clicked back in and he was in the room. Then that Monday, and maybe it was that Tuesday, but I know it was after everything was over. Once again, Jay Wilson is in his bedroom, and come to find out now, Jay Wilson was sick. Come to find out he was in his room, in his bedroom, because he was not feeling well. He was sick. And King Jobs had to know he was sick because you were down there with him. So you had to know he wasn't feeling well and that he was sick. You, once again, rolled your happy ass right up in that man's bedroom. And once again, hey, Shorty C, once again, I clicked right up off of it. Okay? Once again, I clicked off of it because I told y'all it was something about him. It was just something about him that was not sitting well with me. Yeah, Southern B. And if you watched, hold on, y'all, let me turn my light on. If you watched Fi Babe's video today, she sort of threw a little bit of threw a little bit of tea out there saying that King Jobs couldn't even afford his ticket to Texas. Catch. Yeah, he didn't leave until Tuesday because I was thinking to myself, what? And even when Jay Wilson was saying he was going through, I guess, his plans for the day, and he said, I've got to do this, I got to do that, then I'm going out with Mark. Well, he didn't say Mark's name, but I'm going out to spend some time with the Bay, and then I'll be back here later with King Jobs. And I remember thinking, he ain't going home. Everybody else is gone. The event is over. What the hell he doing? Go home. Go Boom. And so, hey, Chevy Chevelle. Is that Chevy Chevelle, my cousin Chevy Chevelle, or is that another Chevy Chevelle? Let me turn my ringer off because I don't know who this keep calling me. So I was thinking, well, why he still doing there? And I'm telling y'all, and I'm not saying this to a lot of y'all. My regulars in my chat, y'all can ask El Teddy. You can ask Mother. I said to both of them, something ain't right. Something ain't right with him. I said it to both of them. We had conversations, and I said to them out of my mouth. Now, I ain't saying that they said that. I'm not saying they agreed with me. I'm saying I said this to them. Something ain't right about that. It's just something ain't sitting right. Something ain't sitting right with this man. Yeah. But here's the thing, and this is what people keep, and again, I know I'm all over the place. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me because I'm trying not to be all over the place, but I feel like I am. But even with a lot of people right now who seem to have a problem with the fact that Jay Wilson is being quiet about a lot of things, understand that Jay Wilson is about business. Jay Wilson is not about burning bridges. Well, her name is Chevelle, but we call her Chevy. And honestly, in your picture, I can't see your picture up close, but from what I can see, you favor her. That's why I thought it was my cousin. Hey, Diaries of, okay, I don't want to say that wrong. We trying to have grown folk conversation because see, I'm not doing I just can't wrap my brain around some of this stuff. So my thing with the whole Jay Wilson thing is I understand why Jay Wilson is being very careful with his words. And I understand why Jay Wilson is not coming right out and just going off. Although I'm sure he wants to. I'm sure there's some things he would love to say. Like he said in his live yesterday, I ain't sprayed your business. And really nobody has. If you looked at the gentleman's panel on Saturday night, even Deshaun was like, I don't know why he acting like that. Like, I don't know why he's acting like this. And today, like up until today, I was like, he tripping, he whatever, he this, he that. But today, that I didn't even see. Well, who had time to sit in that live the whole time? Unless you were at a desk. I don't have a desk job now. If I was still at a desk job, I probably could have put that whole thing on and just let it play in the background while I did some work. But I don't have a desk job. I don't have that luxury. This man is crazy. He is unhinged and he is crazy. He threatened people's life. He called people out their name. He attacked the people who did not attack him over something he started. Like Five said in her live today, you did this to yourself. And nobody set his ass up. You did this to yourself. Let me tell you why you did this to yourself, which everybody can see you did it to yourself except for you, obviously, and your supporters. But you did this to yourself. When you left San Antonio, everything was all good. Nobody was saying anything bad about you. Nobody was saying anything about what happened that weekend except for anything positive. Anything went on behind the scenes or if anything negative went down, nobody has said anything. Nobody said anything. And first of all, I don't believe that you don't know nothing about these people. I believe you knew exactly who VS was. You knew exactly who Sean Bradley was. You knew exactly who Five Babe was. I don't believe you didn't know who none of these people were before that weekend. That I'm just not believing. I'm not buying it because that would be the dumb. If you didn't, then that's dumb on you because there's nowhere in the world that somebody's going to invite me to speak somewhere and I'm not going to do my research on the other people that I'm speaking with. You knew you were speaking with Five Babe. If you didn't know about anybody else, you knew you were speaking with Five Babe. So you mean to sit here and tell me that you were going to be on a panel or speak at an event with somebody and you didn't Google them? Bullshit. I don't believe it. You're not going to convince me that you didn't. Especially since Wiley messy ass been telling you for months, don't go down there. Don't go down there. I'm telling you, it's messy. It's this, it's that. For whatever Wiley is, he did tell you that. So once again, you mean to tell me that I'm going to be invited to speak at an event and you You weren't even going to come. Supposedly, you weren't even going to come, which I don't believe that now. At first, I believed it, but I don't believe that now. I believe you never had any intention of not showing up. That was just all about drama. You even called in the Five Babes Live talking about, I don't want no drama. I don't want no drama. I don't want no drama. And Five Babe told you, won't be no drama. It ain't going to be no drama. We good. We ain't tripping. It ain't no drama over here. You're not going to sit here and tell me. You're not going to convince me that you didn't know what was going on over these streets. You're just not going to convince me that he didn't know. You're just not going to convince me of that. And then you go back home. You go back home. And the minute people start getting a little messy, all of a sudden you have flipped the wig. First off, it was what was the first one, y'all? Whatever the first one was, and then the second one was, it was Juanita Bynum. Which I don't think he really meant that. I think he was just putting some stuff out there for clicks and views, because you're not gonna convince me he that damn crazy. He ain't that damn crazy. Hey, the infamous Pretty Lips. Let me rewind something, y'all. Hey, my regulars in my chat, it's just Shay, a few other regulars that's in my chat. Welcome everybody else, but a few of my regulars that's in my chat, y'all know what I'm getting ready to say. You know what I'm talking about. It's funny to me how Tracy felt like King Jives owed her an apology for laughing at a joke about her, when she didn't feel like she owed me an apology for straight up dogging me out just because I sat on a panel. Make that make sense. The people want to know. Now, she did, in fairness, she did eventually apologize, so I'm going to leave it there. But you didn't think you owed me an apology. But you feel like King Jives owed you an apology. Now, King Jives, before your plane touched down in Miami or wherever the hell you live in Florida, before your plane touched down, Tracy and Sean Bradley had already started dragging your ass. They had already started talking about your mama. They had already started pulling skeletons up out your closet. Tracy and Sean Bradley. But that's the same Tracy that you apologized to because you laughed at some jokes about her. Dami, King Jives was on a whole nother one. Southern V, I feel you to a certain extent, because I believe Five Babe when she says, and I don't have no reason not to believe her, but I believe Five Babe when she says he didn't have to apologize for what I did because he didn't know about what I did. Now, he went on his live and said that he told Five Babe she was wrong and that she shouldn't have done it. But I don't think he knew about it. I think he was lying in his apology to Tracy. Now, as far as that's concerned, if you feel like you owe Tracy an apology because Five Babe went to her job, why are you apologizing for what somebody else did? You ain't had nothing to do with that. You weren't with her. Now, I can see if he was in the car driving the getaway car at the Super Cuts or the Great Cuts or wherever the hell they were. He ain't know nothing. He wasn't there. I don't have to apologize for what somebody does when they're not around me. What am I apologizing for? I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what your reasoning is. I'm just saying it was stupid. It don't need, if I go somewhere with somebody, if they go down to the other end of the mall, we go to the mall together, and I'm in one end of the mall and they're in the other end of the mall stealing, what I got to apologize for? I wasn't with them and I didn't know they were doing it. I'm apologizing for shit. Exactly. He didn't, and that's what I'm saying, Shay. I don't have no reason not to believe Five Babe when she says, hey, boo, I ain't gonna be on here long, Ebony. That's why I didn't even text you, girl. I'm only gonna be on here for about another 20 minutes because I gotta get out of here. I got an appointment I gotta get to. But I know by the time I get back from my appointment, I ain't gonna be able to do this because it's gonna be later and I got reviews to do. And I think, anyway, I just thought I'd slide in right now. Of course he was lying. Shay, I don't believe nothing that come out that man's mouth at this point. And I know I had no reason to question Five Babe telling the truth about what she did and what she didn't do, because Jay Wilson said the same thing. Jay Wilson said he ain't know nothing about it either. And I believe her. I believe her and Tracy D had already figured out what they were going to do. They had already made their plan. They had already decided where they was going and what they were going to do when they got there. I believe that. And when they touched down in San Antonio, they did what they had to do as far as the event was concerned. But I think they 100% already had that planned out. And they didn't have no reason to include Jay Wilson or to let him know what was going on for that exact reason, so that he would have deniability. He would have plausible deniability. And I believe him. I believe them. I don't believe nothing that come out of King Jive's mouth. Now, this way you brought it on yourself, King Jives. Again, had you just shut the hell up and went on back over to your people talking about Juanita Bottom and Andrew Caldwell and whatever the hell else you do on your channel, this would have all blown over in about 2 days. Real talk. Y'all know that. Y'all know how this sector, I don't like that word sector, but y'all know how things go. It'll be something new happening in 2-3 days, and it'll go for real, for real. Everybody was really on Tracy's ass. If you would just shut the hell up, nobody really would have paid you no mind. Let's be real about that. Because they've been dogging Tracy out for the last week. If you had shut up, nobody would have paid you no attention. Real talk. Real talk. I think he purposely wants to be in this sector and playing it off. Everyone put him up on everything for him to return home and not reply. Exactly, Southern. He ain't had nothing. He didn't have to say nothing. You know, he got some subscribers. He got some money. Now move the hell on. And the subscribers that you picked up, they either going to stay and engage with your channel or they not. That's anything. That's in any situation. You pick up subscribers and either they're going to engage in the content or they're not. You can't control what subscribers do. I'm subscribed to a whole lot of channels whose videos I don't never watch. You know what I mean? I probably subscribed at one point. Maybe I was interested in something. I stopped looking, whatever. I have 2,600 subscribers and my videos average 300-400 views. Okay. So everybody's not going to always engage in everything. It is what it is. That's what it was, Shay. That's what I'm getting to, Shay. That is exactly what I'm getting to. You were good until you put people's names in a video. And let me tell you something. I'll find it very curious which names you put on that video. You know exactly what you were doing. You know exactly who you were poking, and you know exactly the reaction you were going to get. Now, what I think you underestimated was VS. And everybody kept telling you, you poked the wrong bear. Everybody kept telling you, you poked the wrong bear. Fi Babe told you, Jay Wilson told you, James Caldwell told you. Everybody that did a live after you made that video told you, you went for the wrong one. They told you that. And let me be clear. It ain't about somebody being scared of VS, because he was saying on his live today, I ain't scared of you, I ain't scared of you. It ain't about being scared of VS. It's about understanding what VS will do. And ain't nobody scared of her. They just know what she gonna do. If you say her name, if you poke the bear, if you come for her, she don't have no cut card. She don't have no stop. If you hit her, she gonna stab you. And that's just it. And you put her name in that title. And then you try to take the video down, but at that, it was too late. It was too late. It was too late. So now that VS then put the full throttle of what she does and TSCC up on your ass, oh, now you mad. Oh, now you mad. And now it's F5 Babe, FJ Wilson, and you blocking people, and you this and you that. Now it's a whole nother situation, because you done unleashed Pandora's box, and you can't put that shit back in. You can't put it back in. And what you ended up doing was you ended up pissing off some people that might have been allies to you, because we already know that Fi Babe don't have no problem going out here in these streets, windmilling. We already know that. Jay Wilson has your back. He still really has your back. Felita VS, the only reason why VS is in it is because he put her name in that video. VS really wasn't in it, but when he put her name in that video, ever since then, she done had her foot on his neck. Ever since he put that video out with her name in it, talking about the women of this sector. Ever since then, it's been on and popping. It's been on and popping. Child. Southern V, child. Yeah, he wants to put all of this on Jay Wilson on Five Babe. And first of all, Jay Wilson, up until I think was it earlier today or last night, I can't keep up no more. He really was trying his best not to say nothing bad. And what he did say was, hey, boo, hey, divine lady. What he did say was, get them people their money back. And I agree. Now, if you got such a problem and this and this F that, and I say we because I don't claim it, and you want to call the people down here Section 8 and all this, that, and the other, then give them back their money. It's the first, they got to pay their rent. If they so Section 8 and they so ghetto, then give them back their damn money. And I'm going to say this to people. I don't know how this whole thing works because I ain't never tried to reverse a Cash App and I ain't never tried to reverse a Super Chat. But I'm going to say this. I would look into it. Now, I didn't Super Chat or Cash App his ass nothing, but I would look into it if I had. I didn't give a damn if it was for $1.99. I would look into figuring out how in the hell you going to reverse it. How you reverse a Cash App? Google AdSense. How you reverse a Cash App? Because that's what the hell I'd be doing right now, reversing it. What's the reason? Fraud. Since everybody is so all them words you use to describe everybody on this side of town. Again, I don't like that word sector and all that other stuff. But if you got such a problem with the people over here and you feel like people did you so wrong and set you up and Five Babe ain't shit and Jay Wilson ain't shit, and that's how you really feel, then give everybody their money back. I agree with Jay Wilson on that one. And like I said, I'll be on the phone right now with AdSense customer service. On hold, listening to the music. And I'd be on hold for 5 hours, however long it take me to get somebody on the phone. And then I would say, ma'am, sir, I know that this might be a little abnormal, and I understand, you got to put on your professional voice. You put on your professional voice and you say, ma'am, sir, I am so sorry. Last week, over Labor Day weekend, I got a little carried away, and I feel like I hit the button. I might have put the wrong amount in or did something. Yeah. Is there any way I can reverse that? Yeah. Y'all know how you do. You know how you talk yourself out of stuff. Y'all know how y'all do. You done went places before and you done got around the return policy. You done call customer service and got stuff reversed before. I'd be right on the phone. I'd be right on that phone. So how do you reverse a Cash App? I sure would. I'd be on the phone with my bank. That was fraud. That was a fraud. Yeah, that was fraud. Sure would. I sure would. There you go, David. You sure? That's exactly what I would use. Ma'am, sir. It's the holiday weekend. Got a little carried away. Woo! Yeah, I did. I think I did a Cash App for $20. I put the decimal point in the wrong place. That's supposed to be $2. I'm so sorry. Can we reverse that? Sure. I sure would. Well, we know the money is spent, but see what'll happen is this what will happen. The money is spent. I'm sure he didn't cash that out a long time ago. But what'll happen is if people are, and I don't know if you can do it. It's been a week. You probably can't do none of this. But I'm just telling you what I would try to do. If people are successful with getting those things reversed, it'll go against his account. He'll have a negative account. And the next time he get a Cash App, it's going to go towards that negative account. Same thing they do with PayPal. If you put a fraud on a PayPal account, PayPal is going to pay that person back. And then they're going to do an investigation. And if the investigation comes back that it was something done or whatever, they take it out of their account. And people's accounts have even gotten Now, Trish, that's a good question. When you say, what if he's telling the truth? Telling the truth about what? What part? Because there's a lot of layers to this. So what part? You can reverse it, V? Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I sure would. Now, tell the truth about what part, Trish? Because I'm not being funny. It's so many layers to this. There's so many stories and so many layers. What the part about what? About Juanita Bynum? About these people being sent by Juanita Bynum? Or what? What part is he? What part are we? What part? I want to know, because I'm open to that. I'm open to hearing another side. I'm always open to hearing another side. That's it, diaries. I sure would. I would use that I would sure use that victim. Look, y'all know y'all done it before about not knowing the people, the others were in a beef. I hear what you're saying. I'm going to call bullshit on that. And I'm going to say why. The first reason why I'm going to call bullshit on that is King Jobs has been talking to Wiley for months. Months. And Wiley, out of his own mouth, which we know Wiley will lie, but out of his own mouth, Wiley said he told King Jobs what was up down up in these parts. When King Jobs was talking about not coming, he said because he don't want to get in the middle of no mess. So you knew there was some mess and you knew there was some beef because you said you didn't want to come because you didn't want to get in the middle of no mess and get in the middle of no beef. So you knew there was something. You might not have known all the names. You might not have known all the players, but you knew it was something brewing. And like I said before, do your due diligence. You mean to tell me that I've spoken at places before. I have been slated to speak at places before. And I always want to know who I'm speaking with, who's going to speak before me, who's going to speak after me, and what they're going to be talking about. If nothing else, so that whatever I'm speaking on doesn't contradict or coincide or it's not redundant to what's already going to be said. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that this man who's going to get on a plane, fly to another state, spend 4 days with people, is not going to do his due diligence and find out what's going on before he get on that plane. And you, Trish, I can't say it. I'm telling you, to me, it does not make sense that he would do that. And again, I'm not saying that he knows all of the beefs, because hell, I don't know all of the beefs. Shoot, I mean, it's too many to keep up with. But I refuse to believe that he ain't have some inkling of what he was stepping into. I just don't believe it. And Trish, I think that's what I would have done. I'm gonna be honest with you. When he called into Five Babe's show and said, and I believed him when he called in the Five Babe show. I believed him. I said, "Dang, that's messed up." I said, all this stupid beef and all this stupid back and forth is gonna cost Jay Wilson his speaker. I remember thinking it because again, I didn't know who this man was. All I knew was this was somebody who was coming to speak, and him and Five Babe were on the phone. He called in the Five Babes live, and Five Babe was telling him, "Don't listen to Wiley. It's not going to be no mess." And Trish, think about it. It wasn't no mess while they were there. That weekend did, at least on camera. And again, I didn't look at all of the videos, but there was no mess on camera, for the exception of, and I didn't look at this video, so I don't know how it went down. But I guess at one point, Jay Wilson was doing his little roasting gag about Tracy and doing his normal little jokes about Tracy. For the exception of that, there wasn't no mess. There wasn't no mess. What Five Babe and Tracy D did, they didn't do as part of the weekend. They just did it while they were down in San Antonio. Whether you agree with what they did or not, they didn't do it as part of the weekend. They didn't film it as part of the weekend. Jay Wilson wasn't with them. King Jobs wasn't with them. That was something totally separate. Hey, thanks. It's Effie. I said it's Effie. It's Fifi. Hi, boo. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, and Shay, I believe you because I know you didn't watch the videos. I didn't watch it. Like I said, I told y'all while I didn't watch him. Something about him just didn't sit right with me from the beginning. And again, I'm not calling him a bad person. I don't know that man. I didn't enjoy watching him on camera. It was something about, I just didn't enjoy watching him on camera, so I didn't watch it anymore. I watched that first video because I didn't know who he was. So I watched that first video when Jay Wilson introduced him, and I picked him up from the airport, and we doing this and we doing that, and we getting ready to go get something to eat, and this, or we already went to eat, and he talked about where they went to eat and stuff like that. Something about him then, it just didn't sit right with me, y'all. I'm sorry. It just didn't do it. Sure. Diaries. Let me, because I'm about to get off here right now anyway. I'm about to put my information. I'm gonna put my information in the chat, and you can email me, boo. I just put my information in the chat. My Instagram is on there. You can hit me on Instagram, or you can email me, and we can talk. Sure, let's talk. We can talk. And you're right, that's off subject, but we're gonna get back on subject because I just had to say it. You know, y'all. I see stuff, and I just had to say my 2 cents on it because after what I saw this morning, I cannot. I just can't. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing, boo? Jacqueline, don't you talk to me about that shit. Now you want to hear me cuss. If you want to hear me cuss, you don't talk to me about that. I was so disgusted. Oh, thank you, Felicia. Oh, thank you, boo boo. Thank you, boo. I had my phone cut off. I didn't even see it. Thanks, Felicia. Appreciate you, baby. Yeah, I'm about to get off here, y'all. I have a meeting I have to be at 6:30. I really need to be there by 6:15, but it's only about 10 minutes from my house. But y'all know how that go. I'll be leaving today. It normally would take me 10, 15 minutes to get there, and the day it'll take me 30 because I need to be there and I'm leaving out the house. But I just had to give my 2 cents. Y'all know how we do over here in my chat. I just had to give my 2 cents. I ain't dragging nobody. I ain't cussing nobody out. I feel how I feel, but the way I feel about it is, and I feel like King Jives, you wrong for what you did and how you went on your live today. Like, you was wrong for that. And the way you went off, like, that's just unnecessary. That was just unnecessary. And however you might personally feel about VS, some things you don't threaten to kill nobody. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And it got flagged, and I hope people continue to flag it. Because some things that isn't at the very essence of YouTube's new rules and new policies as far as threats and bullying and things of that nature, that you're going to go on live and you're going to threaten to kill somebody? Child, bye. Oh, he absolutely did. Was that Quasin Stars My World? If I said it wrong, I'm sorry, baby. That's exactly what it was. He saw a money grab. And that's why I said, yeah, talking about putting your hands on a woman speaks volumes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, babe. Yeah, he better sage his house. Let me tell y'all something. I sage. Hey, Booski. Hey, Shauna. Work was good, girl. I'm tired as you know what. Oh, I'm tired. Ooh. I wore a different pair of shoes to work today. I gave up wearing heels a long time ago to work, but I have on a different, I've been wearing sneakers since the beginning of the school year because I knew I had, the first couple of weeks. I know I'm doing a lot of walking, but today I wore some loafers. My feet wasn't ready, baby. My feet wasn't ready. Shauna, you're going to look at the replay, boo, because I'm about to get up off here. I was just giving my 2 cents on this whole King Jives situation. And I'm going to end it with this. Before I log off. Fire Babe asked the question, should there be a blackout or should we go live every time he goes live? When I say we, I mean her, because she gets 1,000 people in her chat. I get 60. So we talk about her, not me. Let me tell you what I think should happen. Hey, Lamont. Hey, boo. Let me tell you what I think should happen. I think both. I think because people, it's like same thing with Wiley. He's looking for the clout. And yes, I'm giving it to him right now, but he ain't going to see this. And this is going to be my last time speaking about him anyway. I think you don't think they should be doing anything they don't own YouTube. What you mean? They shouldn't do a blackout or they shouldn't go live? What you mean you don't think they should do? What you mean? What you mean, Dami? Tell me what you mean, babe. But I think they should do both. I think that you see him go live, go live. That's what VS did this morning. The minute she saw him going live and talking trash, she went live. I think that anybody who has a problem with King Jives, but I think that when you go live, you don't speak his name. Because that is going to bother him more than you sitting on a live for 2 hours talking about him. Because people like him, and he wants to keep going back and forth because he's getting the views. He's getting people in his chat. He had 1,000 people in his chat today for the first time, from my understanding. If I'm wrong about that, correct me, but from my understanding. And talking about Fire Babe and Jay Wilson, right? So if Fire Babe and Jay Wilson stop talking about him, which they ain't nothing to talk about, is it? It's nothing to go back and forth with. When VS goes live, she got a couple of hundred people in her chat. Jay Wilson go live, he up to about 600-700 people in his chat on a regular basis now. Fire Babe go live, y'all know she bringing it over 1,000. Hell, the other night she had almost 2,000 in her live. You know that's You put all those 3 content creators by themselves, just those 3 people by themselves, you talking about 2,000 people right there. Just go live and just talk about whatever it is you talk about. Talk about the YouTube news. Talk about whatever. Roast and gag each other. But don't say his name. That will bother him more than anything. That's how I feel. That's my 2 cents. Thank you, David. Thank you, Diaries. Thank you, Legacy. Everybody who's in here, if I did not call your name, charge it to my head and not my heart. I got to get ready to go out of here. I'm probably not going to go live again today because when I get, Five Babe says she going to do her part 2 at 7:00. And y'all know I'm going to be watching the part 2 because I want to hear what everybody's talking about. And I got to get ready to get out of here. My meeting starts at 6:30, which means that I probably will not be home before 7:30, 8:00. And y'all know I don't go live that late because I got to get up and go to work in the morning. But thank you. Those of you that rolled through here because you wanted to hear what I had to say, I appreciate you. Thank you to the, I just got a Cash App. Thank you to the Cash App. I appreciate it much. Y'all have a good evening, and I will see y'all around on these YouTube streets somewhere.